Hey, I'm Chris, and in this video I'll go over some charging tricks you can do in your games of Warhammer 40k. Firstly, let's read about how charging works in 10th edition, as it's changed a little bit since 9th edition. Once you have selected an eligible unit to declare a charge, you must select one or more enemy units within 12 inches of it as the targets of that charge. The targets of the charge do not need to be visible to the charging unit. You then make a charge roll for the charging unit by rolling 2 dice. The result is the maximum number of inches each model in that unit can be moved if a charge move is possible. For a charge move to be possible, the charge roll must be sufficient to enable the charging unit to end that move within engagement range of every unit that you selected as a target of the charge, without moving within engagement range of any enemy units that were not a target of the charge, and in unit coherency. If any of these conditions cannot be met, the charge fails and no models in the charging unit move this phase. Otherwise, the charge is successful and the models in the charging unit make a charge move. Move each model a distance in inches up to the result of the charge roll. When doing so, each model in the charging unit must end its charge move closer to one of the units selected as a target of its charge. If you can also move a charging model so that it ends its charge move in base-to-base contact with one or more enemy models, while still enabling the charging unit to end its move, satisfying all of the other conditions above, you must do so. The controlling player chooses the order in which to move their models. Now we know how to make a charge move, let me explain some tricks to you. When positioning your unit to charge, your goal is to base with as few models as possible to gain a pile-in and consolidation move to be able to maneuver your unit more around the board. You can position your unit so one model is as close as it possibly can to the charging unit and the rest of your unit is further back, still in coherency, but trying to leave a gap so then if you roll the exact charge, no one gets to base, but if you roll 1 or 2 inches higher than the charge roll, you can still only base with 1, maybe 2 models and still get the freedom to move the rest of the unit with your pile-ins and consolidations. You can position your charging unit so that one model is as close as possible to the unit you would like to charge, and have the rest of the unit as far back as possible but still in unit coherency. This enables you the best chances of being able to make a charge move and leaves you open to move your models closer but not necessarily in base contact. Let me show you a couple of ways this can be helpful. Let's say there is an enemy unit 7 inches away from the unit we want to charge. I roll a 9 for my charge and must base if possible. Since we have positioned one model 7 inches away, but the rest of the unit is 2 inches further away, only the front model here can base. The rest of the unit needs to move closer to the charge target and stay in unit coherency. As you can see here, I have gotten my custodian wardens onto an objective I otherwise couldn't this turn, and will be able to fight with 3 wardens in the fight phase. This is helpful to secure primary and also great for completing secondary cards. If you want to know more about secondaries in 10th edition, I have a video linked below you can go and check out. In this scenario we have 6 wardens again. I have a 6-inch charge into the Stern Guard veterans, but I really want to hit those desolators next to them, but they are 9 inches away and that charge is much less likely to be successful. If I position my wardens that as long as the charge is achieved, I can block myself from basing with multiple models, then in my pile-in step I can move into engagement range of the desolators and hopefully get rid of the unit. Remember that you do not need to attack your charge target. You may fight whatever you are in engagement range of in the fight phase. This scenario has our wardens 7 inches away from the Stern Guard we are trying to charge. We're going to use where the Redemptor next to them is positioned to our advantage, as you cannot end a charge move in engagement range of the Redemptor if you don't declare it. So we only declare a charge into the Stern Guard veterans, and we roll an 8 for our charge roll. We choose to move the model behind the front of our unit, as by moving this model we will not be able to base with other models. Now we can move our unit how we like. The reason we might want to do this is to not get overwatched by the Redemptor, or to gain some kind of positional advantage for the following turn. I hope these tips were helpful. Let me know any other charging tips you have in the comment section below. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe so you get notified when my next video comes out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.